Every family has its secrets. Locked away behind our front doors are the hidden pasts, the buried scandals, and the life-changing decisions that have shaped our families and our nation.
The story goes, my grandfather was kidnapped from his birth parents.
I think my mother was haunted, afraid, and guilty of something.
It was a baby swap. I was swapped with somebody else.
What I see that's missing is there's no father's name.
We have this mystery uncle who disappeared. He never was heard of again.
Do you know if they're still...
Yeah.
No. Really?
Every family has a secret uncovers the extraordinary stories behind our everyday lives. This time, a brother and sister journey across Europe, confronting unsettling truths about their mother's wartime conduct.
She's been found sleeping with a German soldier. Whoa, Mum.
The trail uncovers life-changing revelations.
I never knew I had a birth certificate. This is really astounding.
And the promise of an unclaimed family fortune.
You guys are the rightful heirs to your grandmother's legacy.
That's amazing.
I'm shaking.
My mum was really mysterious. She had a secret, I think, and she hid it very well all her life, and I think it troubled her.
Western Australian-raised Jacqueline Blatchford and her brother Mike Damjanovic were born to different fathers, but that's only one of the mysteries surrounding their mother's early life.
Mum has always been a secretive person, so we would like to find out what happened during the Second World War, what she actually did. As kids, we got different stories all the time.
I think that she was running from something, and that's why she came to Australia as far away as she can get from France.
Micheline Duquesnoy fled Europe for Australia in 1949, arriving here in Fremantle under what her children believe was a false name and passport. All that Jackie and Mike know is that their mother did something in her early life that troubled her greatly for the rest of her days, something that caused her to flee her home, to cover her tracks, and never again to communicate with her family in France. Jackie?
Noni,
Hi.
well, nice to meet
Thank you, you
Welcome,
too. Thanks.
please.
Welcome.
Hello, Mike.
Welcome, hi.
Come
Thank
in,
you.
please.
So, Jackie and Mike, it seems like your mum was a woman of some mystery.
You can say that again.
You're not kidding.
What made you suspect that there was a whole past that she wouldn't talk about?
Well, it occurred to me when I started school because my brother had a different surname than I did.
Which was rather strange.
Yeah, so you both have separate fathers, obviously.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that's odd. And so I started asking my mother questions about this, and it was all hush-hush. And over the years, she just kept making different stories.
Well, we know that she was French.
Yes, we know that much. My mother had a very French name. It was Michelle Henriette Lucienne Duquesnoy. You can't get much more French than that.
Is this her?
Yeah, this is Mum. This is her with me.
So this is in Australia, you were born in Australia?
I was born in Australia,
Right.
yeah.
So when was she born?
Good question.
Oh,
Well, she
mystery
said-
number one.
yeah,
Right.
She says she was born in 1926.
Yeah.
But all the papers that I found since she's died says she was born in 24. But this also could be because she had false papers when she came to Australia.
Do you know very much about her early life?
No, I don't at all, no.
Her father was Marcel and her mother was Suzanne. He was a pharmacist and in Paris.
Did she have siblings? Do you
No,
know?
she was an only child.
An only child. Right. And did you ever ask her what caused the estrangement from her family?
Well, she sort of beat around the bush, doesn't she?
Yeah, well, we would gather that she was banished.
Really?
Because she had this sympathy for the Germans, where her father was very much against the Germans.
So that could have been the reason for the estrangement, if politically her father and she were on...
I'd say definitely the reason.
OK.
And then she just took off and she was ostracised from her family.
So she really did cut ties.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, Mike, I guess one of the priorities for you is to find out about your father.
Correct.
Where were you born?
Genoa, Italy,
In Italy,
supposedly.
supposedly. Have you seen your birth certificate or...?
No, I came to Australia with zilch, no papers at all, stateless.
Oh, wow. So what did she tell you about your dad?
She did tell me I met this English officer at the displaced persons camp in Italy. We met, we fell in love. You were born. He went back before I was born, posted back to the UK. That was it.
And did you ever try to find him or...?
No.
No.
I never wanted to push the subject. I didn't want to hurt Mum's feelings.
So when you came to Australia, Mike, what was your name then?
Morozov.
Back up the truck. How did you get the Morozov surname? Where did that come from?
She just told me she hooked up with this Russian guy just to get the name Morozov to get her passport to be able to go to another country.
So if she had taken on the surname of Morozov, that's the surname you were given as a child. So in other words, she had completely reinvented herself.
Yes.
Correct.
And also it means she became untraceable.
Yes.
Are you apprehensive about what you might find out, or you just want to know?
Just want to know, basically.
Yeah, I just really like to know the French side of it. And also I'd like to know who Michael's father is for his sake. You know, just...
Yes.
That would be great.
Wouldn't it?
Would be good, yeah, really.
And to hear who she was.
Yes. Who was she? I don't know, he's my mother, but I still don't really know who she was.
Yeah. Well, good luck. Bon chance.
Thanks.
Hi, you must be Brad.
I am indeed.
Nice to meet you.
To begin their investigation, Jackie and Mike are calling on Ancestry's Brad Argent, who has uncovered personal information relating to Micheline and her parents.
All right, well, hopefully some of the things that we can tell you today will give you a little bit better sense of who she was and who your grandparents were. To kick it off, let's look at your mother's birth certificate.
Yes.
It's going to at least tell us when she was
Born,
born.
yeah, because that's a bit, you know, she says 26, but the papers all say 24, so we don't know. Thank you.
Well, that helps us a lot. It's in French, thank you.
It's in French. However, the document behind it is a translation.
Michael, would you like to read this?
Of course, no problem. Birth, Duquesnoy, Micheline Henriette Lucienne. On November 25, 1924,
At 24. So she
There we go.
lied, yeah.
daughter of Marcel Duquesnoy and Suzanne Fienard, residing in Paris. So there you go. Now we know when she was born.
So we've been able to find something else. I actually have a photograph of your grandfather.
Really?
Ooh,
My
that's
goodness.
exciting.
This is your grandfather.
Oh, my God. Michael, look. He doesn't have any hair either. Well, it's a shame I didn't get to know him. But I'd like to.
Isn't it great to see that now, huh?
It is.
I think that's taken around about 1940. The war's broken out. What we know about Marcel is that he becomes part of the war machine in France. He's signed up in January of 1940, and then in June of that year, Germany invades. And he's working on what they call a sanitary train. And what they were is essentially hospitals on railroad tracks.
Wow.
So it's 1940. Your mum is 16.
Yeah.
So tell me about why you think they might be estranged.
She was for the Germans and her father was against the Germans. And that's the only thing we think could have been the reason for the split.
We now have evidence that he was in the French military. So part of that story's playing out. Your mum's half of that story that we need to
Correct.
confirm or otherwise.
But Micheline's apparent rift with her father over their political views was just the start of the family's disintegration.
So I want to skip forward to 1948. We're able to come across a document which gives us a little bit more insight into your grandparents.
Divorce Duquesnoy Fienard, at the request and for the benefit of the wife of spouses Marcel Duquesnoy and Suzanne Fienard,
Wow.
No, that's news.
They got divorced.
Yeah.
It appeared that Marcel had an affair.
Oh.
And that affair produced a child.
Oh.
A girl, your mum's half-sister.
Right.
She's your aunt.
Yeah. Yeah.
We looked to see what happened next. Marcel marries the woman.
Yeah.
But within 10 years, he's dead. He dies in 1957.
Really?
But what about your grandmother, Suzanne?
Yeah.
Well, she goes on with her life. She never remarries. But because of the nature of the divorce, and because he was at fault, the court awarded her the vast bulk of the assets that they had.
All right. Okay.
And so she dies in 1992 without a will. And she's left a substantial legacy behind. Now, under French law, there's a 30-year period in which they have to find the heirs. You guys are the rightful heirs to your grandmother's legacy.
Wow.
A substantial amount of money. The clock is running out on that 30 years.
Right.
You guys have weeks.
That's amazing.
It is, isn't it?
It's not what I expected, but... Oh.
Yeah, I'm shaking. Well, it's a shock more than anything. Firstly, finding out about her grandparents, and then the inheritance that we may get. The inheritance part, great, fantastic, but that wasn't what we were looking for. We were looking for family, basically.
Finding some sort of family is really, really important. I know we're not orphans, but I've always felt that there was something missing, always. I'm beyond excited about going to France and finding out some more family history. And to know a bit more about my mother, I'd like to fill in those blanks.
The prospect of an inheritance finding its way to them offers Jackie and Mike an extraordinary reconnection to their lost French family. But what caused the fracture in the first place? Was it Micheline's wartime allegiances that caused the family to split? Paris fell to Nazi Germany on June 14th, 1940, and 8 days later, France signed an armistice to formalise the surrender. Initially, the Germans controlled the north and western zones, while the rest of the country was run by a French government from Vichy in central France. But the Vichy administration willingly collaborated with the Nazis and complied with their policies, while at this time, resistors were in the minority. Within Micheline's family, it seems there was both collaboration and resistance. Jackie and Mike have come to a 16th century chateau, southwest of Paris, to meet French genealogist David Albert Brunet.
My name is David.
David, very pleased to meet you.
Me too.
David has spoken to lifelong friends of Jackie and Mike's grandparents to compile a picture of their mother's family life and where it all went wrong.
I have a present for you. It's your grandparents
Oh my
in
God.
their pharmacy.
Goodness gracious.
She looks like Mum.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This new one is your grandmother.
Oh, she's sassy, isn't she? I can definitely see my mother, especially in this one here.
Do you know the circumstance with the separation with your mother and your grandparents?
No.
No.
During the war, your mother fell in love with a German soldier.
Oh, didn't she?
It was an officer in the German army, and your grandmother, when she see her daughter with this soldier, she was very worried, of course, because your mother, it can be compared to a collaborator with the Nazis Germany.
I suspected something like
yes.
that, yeah.
So, basically, the parents did not want to know her anymore. Is that what you're saying?
You know that your grandparents were divorced?
Yes. I heard that last time.
Your grandfather, he lived with another woman. He had a daughter with this woman, and she was born in 1944.
Okay.
Okay.
The name of your aunt is Marivon.
Marivon?
Yes.
I don't think my mother knew about her.
No, I don't think she did either. Did you find out, is she still alive or?
Yes,
She is
she's
still
still
alive?
alive.
Yeah.
And she lived in the region.
Around here?
Yes, and she wanted to see you.
Oh.
She does? Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
That's great.
Oh, my God.
That's great.
In fact, Jackie and Mike's aunt, Marivon, is inside the chateau, waiting to meet her newly discovered family.
Your aunt Marivon.
Hello, I'm very pleased to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Accompanying Marivon is her son, Emmanuel.
I didn't even know you existed.
It's a real surprise.
Yes.
A big surprise.
Really?
It's really great.
Really terrific, yeah.
Jackie and Mike are keen to hear what Marivon knows about their mother.
Did your father or our grandfather ever say anything about your sister?
He told me that I had a sister when I was 8. She was named Micheline.
Micheline, yes, that's right. Yeah. A bit emotional, really.
In my family, they said that your mother was died in Italy.
Wow.
There you go.
It was easy to finish the story then and say, no, she's died, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Did you know that Micheline, or our mother, had taken off with a high-ranking German officer?
I knew that.
You knew that. How did you hear that?
I heard my aunts and my mother talking.
Talking
Discussing.
again. Okay, you found that way. Okay.
You know that my father, your grandfather, was a resistant during the war.
During the war, yeah. She was for Germany and he was for the resistance, yeah.
Micheline said to her father that she, comment on dit fusillé? She shot.
She said my father would be shot.
Yes.
She, her personally, would like to shoot him.
By the Germans.
By the Germans. So therefore, he must have been very hurt by what Mum did.
Oh, God, yes. I think they were ashamed of my mother, so that's why they never spoke again. Which is very sad.
Yeah.
No wonder she didn't want to talk about it.
Deep, dark secret.
Yeah.
It's very important to find our family here because my sister and I, we grew up with no family apart from Mum and Dad. So to actually find family here was tremendous.
I can't say that I was shocked to hear that my mother had an affair with a German soldier. I always thought it must have been something like that because her parents literally just disowned her. And my grandfather was in the resistance and they would have been totally at odds. And I think that in a burst of anger, she told him that she'd hoped that the Germans would shoot him.
Still a teenager, Micheline had left her family, either in defiance or disgrace, and sided with the Nazi regime. What price would she pay for her betrayal? In Paris, siblings Jackie and Mike want to know what or who influenced their mother, Micheline, to align herself with the Nazi occupiers.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Historian Chris Millington has written on fascism in France.
Got some information about what she was doing in her late teens.
Chris has found a newspaper article where 18-year-old Micheline is making her political views public.
Short translation of part of it.
A big meeting. This is dated the 15th of February 1943. JPF, the Jeunesse Falaise Français, held their general meeting yesterday. Micheline Duquesnoy took the floor. She took the floor. Yeah, the meeting ended with a chant, "France, free yourself."
Well, it shows that your mother, as you say, spoke at a political meeting of the youth section of this group called the Parti Populaire Français, the PPF. This was a political party that was founded in 1936 by a man called Jacques Doriot. He celebrated what Hitler was doing in Germany. After 1940, it becomes what we call a collaborationist party, working with the Germans to persecute resistors and Jewish people.
Oh, my God.
As well. So it's surprising.
It's very surprising. She was very introverted. She would not have stood up in front of people to speak in a million years. And also, it's her father was in the resistance. He was the opposite side. He was very left. So you can see where that family fell out.
And an event announced in the PPF's own newspaper would only have added fuel to the fire.
It's 23rd of May 1944, wedding. Yesterday, our comrade, André Normand, a member of the French Volunteers Against Bolshevism, currently on leave, got married in Paris to Miss Micheline Duquesnoy. So she got married to someone.
So you had no idea that she was married?
Absolutely
in
not.
France at this time. This is the wedding certificate. Yeah, there's a few things to explain about the marriage. So one of the witnesses is Huguette Ferret. She also went by the name Diane Ferret. She seems to have been quite a good friend of your mother's. She was an extremist.
Right.
So she was a member of this collaborationist party, but she also worked for the Germans as well. As for her husband, is André Normand. He's mentioned in police files. The police file that we have for him also mentions your mother.
Normand André, reported as belonging to the PPF, a very active activist. He was seen many times wearing the uniform of this party. He married in May 1944 the named Duquesnoy Micheline, member of the PPF. This woman, who was the subject of very unfavourable information from the point of view of morality, frequented many of Germans, having been found sleeping with a German soldier at the hotel at 39 Rue de Montparnasse, 6th. Wow, Mum.
Yes, so what's your reaction?
Mum, really? This quiet woman?
I think you knew already she had a relationship with the German.
Yeah.
So weird, isn't it? Think of Mum being so quiet and demure and...
Yeah.
This is like some other person entirely standing up in a political situation. And then marrying this man and then sleeping with a German a month later, I find it's staggering.
Yeah, it's a real shock, I must admit. Dearie me.
There's something else at the end of this report of what happened after the wedding.
At the end of his leave, at the beginning of June 1944, Normand went back to the Eastern Front and has not been seen since. His wife disappeared some time before the liberation, has not been seen since.
So that seems to be the last mention of your mum in these French files until we have another document here, and it mentions your mother travelling as Micheline Normand. So she's taken the married name. And this is from a place called Hof in Germany. And it's a list of workers who'd gone to Germany in late 1944. And so that's the last trace that I've got of her.
It's staggering to know the mother that we had, although we knew she was disturbed about something that happened, and we know that she was running from something, but
not to this extent.
It's colourful, to say the least. Well, there you go, Michael.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you've found all this. We wanted to know what happened.
Well, it answers some questions now.
Yes, yeah.
But did I really want to know? I don't know now.
No, it fills in why she was the way she was.
Yep.
It's easy to judge from a distance. She was only 19 at this stage. The war was a difficult time. I'm just shocked at the extent of what she's done. It's not the woman that I knew. Michael and I both feel that you've got her mixed up with someone else, because it's just not who she was.
To me, it was quite emotional, to be honest. I was shocked how my mother was so involved with the fascist movement. I didn't expect it at all. In fact, it upset me, actually. And being my mum, yeah. So, anyway, I'm glad I know now, but I'm not happy about it, basically.
Having disappeared soon after her wedding off the French authorities' radar, Micheline re-emerged in late 1944 on a list of French workers bound for Germany.
Hi. Hello. I'm Dr. Karen Adler.
At the French National Archives Museum, Jackie and Mike are seeing historian Dr. Karen Adler to find out where Micheline was heading and why.
Germany is looking for workers, okay? So they set up a system of slave labour, and about 650,000 workers from France drafted to go and do work. Some people volunteer, and it looks as though Micheline is one of those. And she is in southeast Germany, where they're producing porcelain to use in armaments or things that are necessary for
war effort.
For the war effort.
So what you're saying, she was forced or voluntarily went?
It is highly unlikely that she was forced, because what she did next was come back to Paris.
Oh.
And the forced labourers, they didn't have freedom of movement. They were just stuck in factories or encampments.
While 19-year-old Micheline kept a low profile with the authorities, those she mixed with, such as her close friend Diane Ferret, had become quite notorious.
Okay, and here's a picture of Diane.
Oh, wow.
By tracing Diane's activities, Jackie and Mike can see into the world their mother had become immersed in.
Diane appears much more in the historical record than Micheline does. And what we've got is some film of her. This is from the end of June 1944.
In this German newsreel, American, British and Australian prisoners of war are being paraded through Paris by their German captors.
Die brutale Rücksichtslosigkeit der Angloamerikaner hat die Volkswut aufs Höchste gesteigert. Tausende von Gefangenen werden durch Paris geführt. Dabei kommt es trotz starker deutscher Bewachung immer wieder vor, dass sich die Menge in ihrer begreiflichen Erregung dazu hinreißen lässt, tätlich gegen die Angloamerikaner vorzugehen.
That's disgusting.
And amongst the violent pro-Nazi crowd...
That's Diane, isn't it?
There she is.
...is Diane Ferret.
That's disturbing, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? It is really disturbing. The next thing that we can show you is Diane's police record.
Right.
Okay, and I've got a translation for you.
Ferret Huguet, known as Diane, born on the 14th of November 1919. Until the 12th of August last, she was living with her mother. She left this address with a friend named Micheline, wife of a legionnaire. That's definitely Mum. To take a bus which was taking German women to Nancy.
Micheline and Diane had good reason to flee Paris at this time. On the 6th of June 1944, the Allies landed at Normandy in northern France. The D-Day landings were the largest seaborne invasion in history. Involving 156,000 troops, it began the liberation of France and helped lay the foundations of an Allied victory. With the Germans in retreat, Nazi collaborators were the first to be punished for their crimes against France. 9,000 traitors were executed and 40,000 sent to prison. Women collaborators often suffered the humiliation of a public head shaving and being paraded through the streets. Some were daubed with tar or marked with swastikas. Where was Micheline in all of this?
So the collaborators are trying to get out. What we can see from here is that Diane and Micheline get a bus. And they go to eastern France. We know because we've got this fantastic document that belonged to Diane. It's her photo album.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very old, you can tell.
It is very old.
Goodness gracious. Well, there she is.
Got a photo of our mother.
Yep. Spotted it immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's interesting about this picture is on the back...
And you see that she's starting to write Duquesnoy and then cross it out and put Normand. Yeah. Goodness gracious. Well, there she is. Oh, well, at least that proves that you've got the right person.
And this page is called Nancy, and that is where that bus that we were just hearing about went. And it's liberated in September 44. So what we get is a sense that Micheline and Diane are just keeping one step ahead of the liberating troops.
With the Allies sweeping across France, records show Micheline sought safety in a familiar place, back in Germany.
So this is the place in southeast Germany where she was based in the porcelain factory. We have record of her until 24th of April 1945.
Right.
That is the last trace that we have of her.
Staggering, some of the things that we've learnt. Seems like she was just running towards disaster, really. Diane, she was a real piece of work. She was 5 years older than my mother. I think she was a terrible influence, frankly. But then again, that's probably my defence mechanism kicking in. I've got to remember my mother was very pro-German.
Definitely the group that she joined were really very much in line with the Germans, and they did some terrible things, so consequently they had to keep moving all the time, one step ahead of the Allies. If she went back to France, the French could do some terrible things to her because of people that were collaborating with the Germans were traitors, basically.
On the wrong side of the war, with the liberators closing in and unable to return home, would a change of identity be the only way out for Micheline? Having sided with the Nazi regime, Micheline Duquesnoy had abandoned both family and country, fleeing as Allied troops liberated Europe. Jackie and Mike know that after the war, their mum ended up in a displaced persons camp in Italy. But as a collaborator known to authorities, how had she managed to escape Germany and leave her past behind? In the aftermath of the war, hundreds of thousands of Holocaust survivors, former prisoners of war and civilian refugees sought to flee Europe to countries offering safety. But it was not just victims of war seeking refuge. Many Nazi perpetrators and collaborators sought to escape their past by secretly fleeing down a system of routes that became known as rat lines. Thousands of German military, including suspected war criminals such as Holocaust supervisor Adolf Eichmann, used the rat lines to avoid justice. Micheline fled Germany, crossing the Austrian Alps to Murano in northern Italy, before making her way to the Italian port city of Genoa. Micheline arrived in Genoa in mid-1945, like so many other displaced people seeking a new life.
Genoa, to me, is very, very important because my belief is I was born in Genoa. My mother, before she passed away, she did mention to me that there was an English officer who she had a relationship with, but who my biological father is, I don't know.
At the Church of San Martino del Barro, Jackie and Mike are meeting genealogist Anthea Bullock, who's found something that's always been a missing piece in Mike's life.
Have you ever seen a birth certificate?
Never.
Never?
I've never had a birth certificate or a confirmation certificate or anything, so...
Well, have a look at this.
My goodness. Duquesnoy. I'm a Duquesnoy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And here's the abbreviated version.
So it says Duquesnoy is my family name.
Yep.
Michelle, spelt with an E on the end.
Italian style,
Is that
Michele.
Italian style, is it?
Michele.
Okay.
And the reason we're in this church is because you were baptized here.
No wonder I was impressed. Goodness. That just brought tears to my eyes just saying I was baptised there. This really hit me.
been chasing that birth certificate all your life.
Yep.
I know.
At the time of your birth, you were also registered as a French citizen. And so here you have this.
So I can go out and get a French passport.
Which means you're a European.
Terrific. I never knew I had a birth certificate. This is really astounding. It's really astounding.
And you see what's missing in all of these documents.
Well, what I see that's missing is there's no father's name.
Yeah. Do you have any information about your father?
All I've been told was that he was an English officer, and even before I was born, he was transferred back to UK.
Uh-huh.
And that's as far as I know.
Well, the DNA tests have shown that you have both French and English origins, and the detailed tests have shown that your father is, in fact, John Leon Fry.
Confirmation at last.
And we have a copy of his baptism certificate here.
Thank you. Born in 1920, huh?
Yeah.
In Dunkirk?
Yes. Fry was a security officer for the port of Genoa, where he would have met your mother. How do you feel about this?
Very emotional, but I'm happy that I now know that I definitely was born in Genoa. Definitely my father was Jonathan Fry. And I have a birth certificate and I'm a French citizen. That's a lot of information to get in one hit.
And then what happens with your mum?
Good question. Tell me.
There were various camps all around Italy, and one of these was in Bari, in the south of Italy. And obviously, at some point, you both ended up in Bari. And now we have another document.
It says Duquesnoy Michelin, dated the 17th of March, 47, and it says
missing.
Missing?
Oh.
You're joking. She went missing. The question is, where did she go? With me in tow.
Clearly.
When I walked into the church, I had this feeling, something resonated inside me, that this church is special. So, yeah. I'm sorry I'm getting emotional now, but it is. Yeah.
I'm delighted, absolutely thrilled. I think it was really sad that my mother held those things from him. You know, there's a lot of things I've learned in this trip that I thought, you know, well, she was young and, you know, it was war, but to hold that back from him, I don't think that is forgivable.
She could have left me at an orphanage or anything like that and just gone on her way, but it just shows me that my mother really did love me as her child. Obviously, there was that holding on to her son, by all means.
Well, I'm a bit angry with Mum that she, you know, just to cover her own bloody arse, really, that she's denied you all of this. I think that's terrible. I think it's a shocking thing to do. I can forgive her all those other things, you know, but that's not right. You should have had that information in your birth certificate right from the scratch.
Yeah.
Mike has discovered he was born Michele Duquesnoy, but the name on his birth certificate would not stay with him long.
When I came to Australia, I was under the name of Morozov. Who was Morozov and why did my mother and I come to Australia under the name of Morozov?
Having disappeared from a displaced persons camp with her infant child in tow, Micheline will reappear in a new place and with another new identity. 550 kilometres southeast of Genoa is the town of Fermo. In the aftermath of the war, it was the site of a displaced persons camp that now lies in ruins. Here, Jackie and Mike are meeting historian Alex Henry.
Hi, my name's Alex. It's very nice to meet you.
Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi, how are you?
We last heard about Micheline when she had gone AWOL from Bari.
Yes.
So the big question is, where does she go next time? And the answer to that question is where we are right now. Now, just a little bit of context here. So the displaced persons camp like this, it was set up to process all of the people who'd been displaced by the Second World War. But also in this mixture is Micheline. And she would have been in a fairly sort of precarious position. You know, lots of people had a real axe to grind against the people who had Nazi or fascist sympathies. But obviously, Micheline herself is trying to sort of start a new life. So what we have here is a document relating to resettlement.
Medical examination form.
Wow, look, nationality, Russian. That's a stretch, isn't it?
Micheline is now under a new identity. Even her first name has been sort of put through a kind of Russian language slant on it. She's Michelina.
Yeah. So she's Morozov here. Where the hell did she get that name from? We don't know.
Something I think that adds to our understanding of this is this document here.
So a marriage.
Another one?
God.
So what we have here is some translations.
Marriage record. Nicolas Morozov and Michelina Duquesnoy. 1947, on the 25th of March at 10:30 in Bari, they were united in marriage according to the rites of the Holy Catholic Church. Goodness.
Dear. In the Roman Catholic Church,
again,
how many times I thought it was illegal to do that?
Well, we don't even know if she ever got divorced from the first one. He seemed to have disappeared somewhere along the line.
Well, there is no record of a divorce.
No.
No.
So this is a second marriage happening simultaneously,
Surprised is an understatement.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not surprised at anything anymore. I think it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it smells of marriage of convenience more than anything.
So, again, we've got another document here in Italian. There is a translation.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 2nd of November, 1949, Fermo camp. We, the undersigned, Morozov and Nicolas, Duquesnoy, Micheline, we declare that we've lived apart since February of this year. We further declare that it is our wish to consider ourselves free of ties and to have nothing more to claim.
This is signed by the camp director, but it's not an official divorce. So we're looking at bigamy.
Oh, lots of it.
Yeah, basically.
Sorry.
Yeah.
See, Michael is looking at it in a light, a favourable light, like it was a marriage of convenience. And,
Right.
And I think
it is.
I just think she was an opportunist.
So, what we have here is the kind of CV she is presenting to the authorities that's going to try and help her get resettled.
Well, she's on the move all this time.
Yeah.
She's not at high school. She's not at nursing school.
Yeah.
She's all over the place.
Yeah.
She's in Germany. She's in Italy. So none of this is correct. And here it says in 1944, labour service forced, labour camp 36 at Hof.
Forced?
Well, it says forced, yeah. But we saw documents that she was a volunteer. So.
But for this purpose, she probably said it was forced.
You're tailoring your CV,
Yeah.
so to speak, to put the most sympathetic case. And then we reach this document here.
And there's Mum, looking quite pretty. And now she's Michelina Morozov.
This is the moment where Micheline and, of course, you, Mike, start the journey to Australia proper.
I was surprised to see that she'd married this Morozov because I thought perhaps that she'd just got some papers that had used that name, but she hasn't divorced from Normand at this stage, so she's obviously already been a bigamist. And I know she married my father later, so she's not just a bigamist, she's a trigamist now.
She'd been married, 3 times? I wasn't happy about it, but she had me in tow, and she probably thought, I've got to look after my child. And this is one of the things she had to do. That's the way I look at it anyway.
I know my parents met in a camp. I have a photo of my mother and my father, and she's written on the back of it, Fermo, 1948. So she's married this Morozov in 47. She meets my father in 48, and then, of course, they came to Australia in 50. It's pretty quick from husband number 1 to husband number 2 to where she meets my father. I think she was desperate to get away from the war, from her past, move on to a new life, which is exactly what she did.
But in creating her new life, Micheline had severed all ties to her family, and an inheritance that should have been passed down had become lost. Until now. Having finished following their mum's World War II trail across Europe, Jackie and Mike have travelled to London. Ancestry's Brad Argent has some news, finally, about their grandmother Suzanne's estate.
We don't know if your grandmother ever knew that you existed, but in a very wonderful way, she's left something for you. Because you remember the last time we met, we talked about an estate. Now, that process has completed, and you're set to receive a sum that'll probably just be over 6 figures in Australian dollars.
What? You're kidding me.
No.
Good God. Look at that.
Maybe it's Suzanne reaching out and connecting with you.
Yeah. Sorry. It's a bit hard to speak at the moment. Yes, I would have loved to have known a grandmother. I would have loved it. Too late.
So there's another side, obviously, to this story, and that's about your biological father, John. Well, we know that after the war, you had 3 children. These are your half-siblings.
Yeah.
Robert, Christopher, and Carol. Your biological father, John Fry, died in 1973. And your older half-brother, Robert, he died just last year. And so we reached out to Christopher and Carol, but at the moment they're not in a position where they could travel. But we have been able to make contact with 2 of John's grandchildren.
Here we go. Yep.
And they're just outside.
Oh, you're joking?
No.
No?
You up for meeting some family?
I am, yeah. Yeah. When I always stop watering.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you.
Great to see you.
Mike is meeting his nephews, Ivor and Callum.
Oh, yeah. Bit of a shock, isn't it, huh?
Yeah.
Ah. Grab a seat, guys.
Okay,
grab a
thank
seat,
you.
grab a seat.
Hi as well.
Hello, yes. I'm, it's a long time coming, this is. Yeah, wow. Did you know your grandfather?
No, he died when I was maybe 4.
Yes, we haven't got any photos or anything, so...
Wow, as if by magic.
Speaking of
if
that,
by
we have a
magic.
photo. That's what we're busting to see.
So this is when he was about 18, 19. That's from when, 1945.
There you go, that's when you met Mum.
I think our family call that one the glamour shot.
The glamour shot.
That's fantastic.
Oh, nice.
Is that how you imagined him?
I didn't have any idea growing up. I just knew he existed, that's it.
So there you go, face to the name. Oh, that's your father, there you go. You can see them hooking up, these two, can't you?
It was terrific that you guys took time out to come and see us, yeah.
There's no question. Well, we wanted to meet the uncle that we didn't know we had. So.
That existed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has been a great experience meeting relatives that I didn't know even existed. And they welcomed me with love, basically. So it was a very, very emotional day. But it was great, finally putting a face to a name and closing kind of that chapter in my life.
We'd never in a million years thought that there would be some sort of inheritance. My grandmother was giving me a gift. Something of hers has come to us, and I'm touched. There it is. Finard. Suzanne Finard. Well, it's not exactly how I imagined meeting my grandmother, but here she lays. It's time for a little forgiveness, I think. And here we are. Have your grandchildren here come to see you? It's a bit sad when families break up like that. And it's a shame that the grievances weren't settled. And we didn't ever get to meet her, but I feel a sense of completion. Well, I know where she is now.
Hello.
Noni,
Good to see you.
Good to see
Hi,
you
Jackie.
again. It's so nice to see you.
Thank you. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
You well?
Glad to see you. I'm well.
Excellent.
Come in,
Thank
Noni.
you.
So good.
Well, Jackie and Mike, you've been through an incredible experience. How are you feeling now about it all?
I'm still feeling shocked to a certain degree, but the end result was fantastic.
And what about for you, Jackie?
Oh, look, I was shocked to find out all the things that she did. And I thought, really? You what? But no, I've calmed down since then.
You felt some hostility about your mother's decisions and some of her choices. Now that you have had a chance to reflect, do you feel like you can forgive that young girl for some of those choices?
Oh, Noni, I don't know that young girl. I don't know her at all. And it's almost like a character in a movie to me. But as far as forgiving, it's not for me to forgive her. Sad that she couldn't forgive herself, really. That's what I find is sad, that she lived with that all her life.
And for you, Mike?
Yeah, well, see, I'm a bit different to my sister. I kind of had empathy for her because she had me and she was going all through Europe to try and protect me, basically, and herself.
Every day was a new shock. You've got to be careful when you open Pandora's box to see what's inside, because there were some real shocking things that we learned.
Secrets. Sometimes it's best not to know a secret for everybody's well-being. But in this case, it was a secret that I think we had a right to know. I didn't know that emotionally I'd be pulled apart like that, but absolutely no regrets.
It's been a fabulous adventure. It's been a gift to know all these things that I've always wanted to know. And yes, it's settled something in my soul.